a WikiVidi documentaries production. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Enjoy. Joanna Jędrzejczyk. Joanna Jędrzejczyk is a Polish mixed martial artist and former Muay Thai kickboxer who competes in the women's strawweight division of the Ultimate Fighting Championship. She is the former UFC Women's Strawweight Champion and she is the third European champion in UFC history after Bas Rutten in 1999 and Andrei Arlovski in 2005. Prior to her defeat to Rose Namajunas, she was the pound-for-pound female MMA fighter in the world. She is also currently the 5 pound-for-pound fighter in the UFC mixed gender rankings. Due to her surname being difficult to pronounce for English speakers, fans and the media have given her unofficial nicknames, such as Joanna Champion, Joanna Violence, and simply Joanna. Muay Thai and kickboxing. Jędrzejczyk discovered Muay Thai when she was 16. While taking up fitness, which eventually led her to compete in national and European tournaments. Jędrzejczyk competed in Muay Thai and kickboxing for 10 years, winning over 60 matches. Her amateur Muay Thai accomplishments include 6 IFMA World Medals and 4 IFMA European Championships with a record of 37 wins and 3 losses. During her professional career, Jędrzejczyk won 5 world titles including the WKN World Championship, J Girls Championship, WBKF Championship, WKF European Championship, and the WMC Championship. Her professional record is 27-3. Early career. Jędrzejczyk made her professional debut in mixed martial arts on May 19, 2012, at SFT MMA Fight Night Diva SPA against Sylwia Juszkiewicz, winning via unanimous decision. On December 8, 2012, at MFC 5 she defeated Lily Kazak by submission via your naked choke. On June 20, 2013, at Battle of Moscow 12 she defeated the then Russian WMMA flyweight fighter Julia Berezikova via unanimous decision. By July 2013, Jędrzejczyk was the women's flyweight fighter in the world by Fight Matrix. On June 7, 2014, at Cage Warriors Fighting Championship 69 she defeated Rosie Sexton via knockout in the second round. Ultimate Fighting Championship. Jędrzejczyk officially signed with the Ultimate Fighting Championship in July 2014. She made her promotional debut, now fighting as a strawweight, on July 26, 2014, at UFC on Fox, Lawler vs. Brown against Juliana Lima. She won the fight via unanimous decision. Jędrzejczyk next faced undefeated strawweight top contender Claudia Gadelha on December 13, 2014, at UFC on Fox 13. She won the fight via split decision. The judge's decision was met with much controversy as the majority of the MMA media scored the bout in favor of Gadelha. Strawweight champion. Jędrzejczyk faced Carla Esparza for the UFC Strawweight Championship on March 14, 2015, at UFC 185. Jędrzejczyk won the one-sided bout via TKO in the second round, becoming the first UFC title holder from Poland and first female European UFC champion. Subsequently, Jędrzejczyk won a Performance of the Night bonus. Jędrzejczyk's first title defense was against Jessica Penne on June 20, 2015, at UFC Fight Night, Jędrzejczyk vs. Penne in Berlin, Germany. She successfully defended the title against Penne, defeating her in the third round via TKO following a flurry of punches and a knee against the cage. Both participants were awarded Fight of the Night honors. Jędrzejczyk later underwent surgery to repair a fractured thumb incurred during the fight. In her second title defense, Jędrzejczyk faced Valerie Letourneau on November 15, 2015, in the co-main event at UFC 193. She won the fight by unanimous decision to retain her title. The 220 significant strikes landed by Jędrzejczyk were the most ever in a championship fight. 70 leg kicks were landed by Jędrzejczyk, the most in UFC history. The previous record was 68, set by Carlos Condit against Nick Diaz at UFC 143. In early 2016, the UFC announced that Jędrzejczyk would be one of the coaches, opposite former opponent Claudia Gadelha on The Ultimate Fighter 23. A rematch between the two took place on July 8, 2016. At the Ultimate Fighter 23 finale in the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. She won the fight via unanimous decision. Both participants were awarded Fight of the Night for their performance. Jędrzejczyk successfully defended her title for the fourth consecutive time by defeating fellow Pole Karolina Kowalkiewicz by unanimous decision on November 12, 2016. At UFC 205 in Madison Square Garden, the first event the promotion had held in the historic arena, Jędrzejczyk faced Jessica Andrade on May 13, 2017, at UFC 211. She won the fight via unanimous decision, and successfully defended her title for the fifth consecutive time. Jędrzejczyk landed the most significant strikes in UFC championship history, had the highest significant strike differential in UFC championship history, and broke her previous record for most leg kicks thrown in a single fight, losing the UFC Strawweight Championship. For her sixth title defense, Jędrzejczyk faced Rose Namajunas at UFC 217 at Madison Square Garden in New York on November 4, 2017. She was confident going into the fight, and was knocked down early in the first round after Namajunas threw a left hook that knocked Jędrzejczyk down. After standing back up, a few seconds later, Jędrzejczyk went on to lose her title after she was caught with a left hook on the chin by Namajunas and tapped due to strikes. This was Jędrzejczyk's first loss in her professional MMA career. Jędrzejczyk's excuse for losing the strawweight title was extreme weight cut. Fighting style and coaches. A decorated kickboxer, Jędrzejczyk is known for precise and calculated striking. She employs a sprawl and brawl strategy in MMA fighting. While standing with opponents, she constantly varies between high punches and body shots, also utilizing knees, elbows, and high front kicks. She also uses a flurry of strikes just to confuse the opponent before landing a solid strike, much akin to Chuck Liddell. SportsJoe.ea MMA journalist Dara Murphy summed up her fighting style. Her technique has the right combination of sublimity and relentlessness, expressing one's typically violent art through beauty, the perfect storm. While Jędrzejczyk is soft-spoken and has a quirky and endearing personality with fans, she often employs the use of trash talk and bullying against her opponents before fights, and her fights have been known to be violent and bloody. UFC President Dana White has praised her, stating, "She is so badass, pound for pound, she is the best female fighter on earth. Her killer instinct is ridiculous." MMA media have called Jędrzejczyk must-see TV. Jędrzejczyk has been praised for her elite-level sprawl and brawl strategy implementation. Fightland striking analyst Jack Slack has written that she's being likened to Chuck Liddell, and that is a pretty solid way to describe her. While she has an undoubtedly better technical striking game than Liddell, BloodyElbow.com striking analyst Connor Rubush has written, "Distance, angles, and damage. These are the key ingredients of successful takedown defense, and the elements that make Joanna Jędrzejczyk and Jose Aldo such masterful strikers." The Washington Post striking analyst Patrick Wyman has written, "Sound fundamentals fuel the best fighters in the world, and nobody has better mastered the bread and butter of footwork and distance management than Aldo and Jędrzejczyk." FoxSports.com striking analyst Jason Parillo has stated, "Joanna's MMA boxing is remarkable. It's second to none." Starting with her UFC 205 training camp, she began training at American Top Team in Coconut Creek, Florida. Personal life. Joanna Jędrzejczyk was born in Olsztyn, Poland. She has a twin sister, Katarzyna, and one older sister, Eva. She is engaged to Polish native Przemysław Buta. Jędrzejczyk is a Catholic, and prays with a rosary before entering the ring or octagon. Brought to you by WikiVidi Documentaries. Would you like to know more?